So Islam Makhachev said he wasn't going to vacate his belt, and then 3 days later he vacated his belt to go up to welterweight and try to become the double champ. But then you have Jon fucking Jones, who gets to keep his belt. I'll get to him in a second. He's staying super inactive. All I see of Tom Aspinall are little videos of himself, like, revealing which fucking animal he looks like. He's kind of like an unemployed man trying to find something to do right now, but God knows that guy needs a fight. Anyways, meanwhile, Islam Makhachev was basically forced to vacate his belt. He did it willingly, kind of, but he was basically forced. Now, I believe that if anyone deserves to keep their belt while going up for a title shot simultaneously, it would be someone like Islam Makhachev, but I actually like that the UFC is removing the simultaneous double champs. I like that they're doing that. I think it does actually more good than bad. Because I think, for one, it can hold up the division when fighters do that. Or it can hold up the division, potentially. 2, it gives fighters a free title shot without having to actually risk anything. So we'll see guys like Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev vacating their current belt and moving up a weight class. That's actually costing them something big. I mean, they're giving up their belt. If they were to lose, where do they go from there? I mean, if they were to lose, they don't have their current belt. They're not champions at all anymore. But before, when champions would move up, they would basically just get a free title shot to try to become double champ. But if they lost, I mean, they would still have their regular belt. Everything's good. It didn't cost them anything. So I like that the decision to move up is actually one that fighters will make really carefully and very strategically. And it'll actually, like, if they do it, it's because they really, really want to do it. And they're going to have to, it's going to cost them something. The big downside that I see right now is with the vacant belts. Like, whoever wins between Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira, I mean, they won't really feel like a true champion. You know what I mean? They are, but it won't really feel like it. It'll feel more like an interim belt. But it's also the same with Volkanovski and Diego Lopez. Like, Volkanovski got the belt back, yeah, but it doesn't feel so special. You know what I mean? You know, because Ilia Topuria left the division, it feels like Ilia Topuria, or it feels like Volkanovski's champ just because Ilia Topuria left the division. And then it's going to feel the same. Like, if Ilia Topuria wins, it'll kind of feel like he's champ only because Makhachev left. So that's kind of the major downside that I can see right now. But Islam Makhachev said he wasn't going to vacate the belt. But the issue was that Ilia Topuria said that he wasn't going to fight for anything but the undisputed belt. And the UFC really needed a headliner for UFC 317. UFC 317 was looking bad. They didn't have anything announced until a month before, so they had to pull out all the stops. And this is why they were negotiating heavily behind the scenes, because essentially what Islam Makhachev said is that he wants the same promise and the same treatment as Ilia Topuria. So when he's moving up, he's vacating his belt, and when he moves up to welterweight, Jack Della Maddalena is the current champ. If he pulls out for whatever reason later this year, Islam Makhachev wants the same promise. He wants the welterweight fight to be for the undisputed belt and not the interim belt. So Jack Della Maddalena would basically be stripped. If he was injured, he had to pull out, he would be stripped, and they would do Islam Makhachev versus, like, you know, a Shavkat Rakhmonov or something for the undisputed belt. It's really smart negotiating by Islam Makhachev's team. Very smart negotiating. But the issue is that it's such a double standard, because the reason that you have to vacate the belt, I believe, is so you aren't holding up the division and having interim title fights and then waiting for the actual champion to go on his little side quest for the second belt. So I definitely agree with this. I think that champions, I like that they have to vacate the belt if they want to move up. It gives them something to actually think about. But then you have Jon fucking Jones, who won the belt against Cyril Gane over 2 fucking years ago, and he's defended it once. His first defense came a year and a half later against the 72-year-old Stipe Miocic. I don't even think Stipe Miocic knew where he was at the time. They basically rolled him out there like Joe Biden to fight for the undisputed belt, and he got knocked out with a body shot. And the UFC just let it happen. Jones got injured, he sat out for over a year, and then the UFC still decided that Stipe was the guy to fight. After all that time, they still said, yep, we're going to still make Stipe. It's going to be Stipe. They should have actually laid down the law and said, listen, John, You need to fight the best in the division. You need to fight the interim fucking champ. This isn't WWE where you got to just handpick your opponents to boost your fake legacy. This is a real fighting organization. You either fight the interim champ and Tom Aspinall, or you vacate the belt. No. You're not gonna vacate. We're gonna strip you. We're gonna take the belt away from you because you don't represent what the UFC actually means, which is the best fight the best. Whoever's champion means they got there for a reason because they're the best, they fought the best, and they're defending against the best. Tom Aspinall has defended his interim belt as many times as Jon Jones has defended his undisputed belt. Man, it's absolutely insane. Could you imagine if someone like Pantoja did this? Or Merab Dvalishvili, or someone like an Ankalaev? If they were to do this, these guys would get stripped so fast. Dana White would come into their homes and take the belt away from them. And then probably like shoot them in the face or something. And it makes the UFC look so weak, man. It kind of makes them look like a joke, in all honesty. Because they're supposed to be the big dogs, right? In the fight promotion, they're supposed to be the big dogs. And then Jon Jones just walks all over him and they let it happen. Now, Dana White said he feels confident that the fight's going to happen. He makes it seem like the fight's done. But then why aren't you fucking announcing it, man? They're not announcing it. He keeps saying the fight's basically done. Yeah, we got a badass fight. It's basically done. It's just not done. Well, then why aren't you announcing it? Because we all know Aspinall has accepted. He's just waiting for Jon Jones, man. We know Aspinall is ready to go at any time. But the UFC, they need to become the big man again. They need to tell Jon Jones, listen, here are 3 dates to fight Tom Aspinall. Here are 3 dates available. Let us know within 1 month which one works for you, and we'll announce it. If you want to wait another year, and you're going to be hardballing all these negotiations, fuck you, bye-bye, you're no longer champion. We'll make Tom Aspinall against someone else for the undisputed belt, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be. And Islam Makhachev being forced to vacate his belt when he's defended 4 times, and he's the pound-for-pound number 1, and they're forcing him to vacate and not even go for double champ status, and then they let Jon Jones, who's super inactive, keep the belt. Fuck Jon Jones. Please like and subscribe. Peace.